Cryptocurrency has been built on the back of P2P exchanges. Today, I'm going to take a look at a brand new project that is taking that one step further into the NFT space by allowing you to do collateralized loans with your NFTs on top of some other really great P2P features in today's highlight. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. So today we're talking all about P2P transactions and marketplaces that allow you to do a lot more with your NFTs than you can currently do with most of your collection. I don't know if you guys are big NFT collectors like I am, but I am starting to have a pretty sizable collection of NFTs, and that portfolio of NFTs is mostly just sitting there not doing too much for me. As much as I love NFTs with utility, most NFTs just don't have that built in. I do love the projects that build in utility here, but today I'm going to look at a project that actually allows you to give every NFT you own some extra utility in some really cool features that we just haven't seen too much in the NFT market space just yet. So before we get into that, though, if you're not already part of my community of stashers, you don't need a mustache to join, but you do need to love learning about NFTs and cryptocurrency with the rest of the community, and you can sign up in my Telegram link there below. It's a lot of fun. We talk all about NFTs and creating and collecting, so if you're looking for a great group of people to learn and grow with, that is the spot to be. Okay, so let's go take a look at the project today, because like I said, this is something that we have not really seen too much of in the NFT space, which I'm a little surprised by. We've seen a few projects pop up here and there, but nothing with this same sort of status and the same sort of feature set that we're going to look at today with DeFi for You. That's the name of this project coming out of the UK, where it really was one of the first ever platforms to allow you to take a loan against the NFTs that you own. So we're going to take a look at this, because this is, like I said, this is a project that, I think it's been a long time coming. We can already take out collateralized loans for our cryptocurrency through some very popular platforms we've seen in the past, things like Compound, Aave, and a bunch of other ones out there, right? Some of my favorites like Celsius, or a block fee, right? So these are some ones that we've seen here in the space, but we haven't really seen someone specifically going after NFT based loans where you can get a collateralized loan based upon the NFTs that you own. And this is a pretty big step forward, I feel here, for this asset class, because up until the last 6 months or so of this NFT hype, we really haven't seen a lot of ancillary services pop up for NFTs, but we're definitely starting to see that now. And DeFi for You is kind of stepping it up in that category, kind of being one of the first industry leaders here. So, when it comes to the platform like this in general, the DeFi for You platform does work off of a token, it's called DFY. That is the ticker symbol for their DeFi for You token. It is a Binance Smart Chain based project and token. So definitely keep that in mind for what's going on here, which, when it comes to P2P, I think that's a great chain to be working on top of. I've been talking a lot about Binance Smart Chain recently in kind of this pitfall we've seen with Ethereum fees as of late. It's definitely becoming a better and better option for doing NFT and dApp creation. So this DFY powered smart contract is what powers this whole platform. And the DFY token in general is a token you can already get out there, so you can go pick it up on different marketplaces. In particular, PancakeSwap is like the go-to spot to be able to get this. But you can see some other ones if you want to do maybe you're trading with USDT instead. Maybe you want to go look at CoinTiger or even Bakery Swap as well, or other options to be able to pick it up. But right now, trading around the 14-cent mark, it's actually at a really good opportunity when it comes to the chart. It's at this support and resistance level that it's very clear to see on this chart. When you look at it, it's at that 14 almost 15 cent level. It is a very clear chart because this coin hasn't been around too long. So right now we're looking at that being a flipped, which was originally its support at about 15 cents. It's now being flipped to being the resistance. So if it's not going to be breaking this resistance anytime soon, definitely a good buy to jump on here based upon the charts there. Now, a circulating supply for something like this is about 860 million as of this video. There is about 376 million in circulating right now based upon that supply there. So definitely want to keep that in mind when it comes to price action for this token. But a lot of good things going on, I think, right now, just getting started looking at some buy zones for this token. So when it comes down to this, well, what does this really mean? Why would someone do this? Why is this an issue? Well, when it comes down to it, P2P transactions have been the backbone of cryptocurrency in general, right? And so, this is essentially what DeFi for you is doing. They're allowing you to buy or to lend based upon the assets you own. So not only they're going to allow you to do it with NFTs, but they're going to allow you to do it with other cryptocurrencies as well. So I'm going to show you that here in a second. But that's kind of one of the powers and strengths of blockchain in general. When it comes down to getting a loan or even getting a bank account for that matter, it can be a pretty difficult time no matter where you're at. Even if you're in the United States, they require a lot of documentation for most of these things. So even if you do have a bank account, it may be hard for you to get a loan because your reputation is just not good enough with the bank or with the creditors. But if you have blockchain-based assets like NFTs or other cryptocurrencies, you can use those to collateralize yourself a loan without having to have any kind of reputation-based approval, right? You don't have to have a third-party approval here. You just have to have some assets to help collateralize that loan. And DeFi for you helps you do that. So that's one of the great things about it, is that this is something that a lot of people need, but there's not a lot of access to. And before, really, people were getting access to this through crypto, but not through NFTs, right? So that's really, I think, what is the main the main kind of function here or feature that I see here with DeFi for you is the fact that you can do this with NFTs and you can collateralize those NFTs themselves. So, like they say here, collateralizing loans with your NFTs, you can finance NFTs. You can use your NFTs as allowing you to finance them and without having to sell them. So you could do things like buying more crypto or, getting in on that next short or that next long, right? Being able to use your NFTs as collateral. And then you can actually also trade the NFTs and buy and sell NFTs on this platform that have maybe slipped into being reclaimed, right? So that's another thing that we look as an opportunity for a bit of arbitrage here, is that there are holders who may have put up an NFT for collateral and then they're not able to pay that back. So you can then be able to go and maybe get some of these really good high-end NFTs for a little bit of a cheaper value, because now they have to be sold here in the marketplace to recoup that investment. So I think there's a pretty good opportunity for that as well. So looking at this, when it comes to the overall project itself, a couple of big drivers here is they have already secured an FCA license. The FCA license is a financial conduct authority, right? This is the authority that regulates businesses and different types of businesses, what they can do in the United Kingdom. So getting this license is actually a pretty important step. It is a FCA pawnbroker license, which is essentially what they're doing here. Is they're allowing you to pawn your items to be able to then get them back after you paid the collateral back or paid the loan back. So it works very much like pawning other items do, physical items, right? So that is the kind of license they've actually been able to acquire here in the UK. And we've seen some other projects like the OV project pick up a license similar to this. And once they did, I think their token went from around the $80 range to pretty much skyrocketing over to like the $500+ range. So not to say that DFY is going to have the same sort of trajectory, but just know that we have seen other loans type projects get the same sort of license, and it was also a big springboard for them. So another thing that I'm actually really bullish here about this project is that the founder of this project is also a co-founder of the Travela project, and this is one that I featured on the channel before. And Travela is a company that allows you to buy and rooms and stays and flights with crypto. and they've been a partner that I've worked with here many times in the crypto space the last couple of years. So really love the team here, and then the fact that they have one of the co-founders of Travel coming on board to start this project in Adam Chaplin. I think that is also a really big indicator that they are really looking to make this into a top project, right? A stellar project. And like I said, working in an industry that there's not a lot of competition. Same thing as what Travel did, right? They saw like, hey, there are really not a lot of sites that allow you to buy, to be able to book travel using cryptocurrency, and they have essentially just come and kind of cornered the market there. And so I definitely see DeFi for you also having a little bit of a leg up in having Adam Chaplin as their CEO and founder of this project. So he definitely knows what it takes to get a project to where it's at right now. And right now what we're looking at is there's almost about 30,000 wallets created for the DFY and the DeFi for You project, and they've pushed around 120,000 transactions or so on this platform, and they're just barely getting started. Like this is kind of like pre-launch phase where they have some of the basic features up, but they're really just getting started on this project. So I wanted to make sure I brought this to you guys' attention ahead of time, so you guys can get ahead of the curve here if this seems to be something you want to invest in. So let's go take a little bit of a harder look into this and exactly what it looks like. So I want to go take a look at the lending screen here, or what they call the pawn screen, right? So this is essentially where you can go and you can see, it's like, welcome to DeFi for You. Ever thought of becoming your own bank? I mean, it says it right there on this screen, and that's essentially what they're allowing you to do. And you can see right now there's not a lot of volume going on here, but it does give you a pretty good idea of exactly how this works. On the very simple side of things, right? So you can see exactly what they're collateralizing these loans with. So you can see this person is looking to get BTC. He's got 1,000 DFY as collateral, and there's a couple other people who've put up some of those too. You can see this one is a Bitcoin to Ethereum, so they're looking to get Ethereum for a little bit of their Bitcoin they have locked up here. And so you can see, like, let's go take a look at one of the offers here. So this kind of just breaks down exactly what's going on, and you can see this one was actually accepted. So a very, very small amount. So the supply currency is, they were looking for DFY. They wanted to get 0.01 Ethereum, which was about $41 worth of DFY there. So you can see the person who lent it, and this is all P2P. So there's you don't need any kind of any third party to say yes, you can do this, Stash. Yes, you can lend this person. You just go in here and find people that you want to lend out to, and you can get in that interest rate. So you can see it's an interest rate of 50% here for this particular loan of 3 months duration. So this is what the staking portion looks like, or the pawn portion of your the actual cryptocurrency portion of that. Let's go look at some of the other portions, because I want to focus a little bit more on the DeFi section of this. Now, the NFT collateralizing of your loans is not functional just yet. So don't think you're going to be able to load your wallet in here and then automatically start doing this, because this is one of the functions they're working on. But you can see here in the NFT tab, even though it says coming soon, they do allow you to do some things here. So you can see there's people who have created some NFTs here, and you can see that there are some that are on auction. There's NFTs that are a couple that are for sale, and then you can see there's also a pawn section. So this is the section right here that we were talking about earlier, where these NFTs are in pawn, and you might be able to get them, swoop them up for cheap. So this is just kind of like, you can see the stuff they have loaded here is just really for testing, and this feature is going to be live soon. But when it does, this is going to be a game changer. Now, one of the cool things I noticed here that they don't talk too much about is that you can actually even create NFTs on this platform as well. So if you hit that little create NFT tab, you see it pulls up a little NFT creator screen here, which looks like allows you to be able to actually create an NFT here on this platform using BSC. So I thought that was a pretty interesting concept here, is that not only can you create the NFTs here, but you'll also be able to collateralize them and get a loan for those NFTs as well. So the last thing I want to show you too is the fact that not only can you use DFY on this platform for getting loans or for collateralizing a loan, but you can also actually stake the token too, and you can earn rewards on that. So you can see they have a whole staking dashboard here, and this allows you to lock up your DFY, and you can earn staking passive income over a certain amount of time. So it has this very cyclic economy all built in here. Not only can you go and maybe collateralize your crypto to then get some DFY, and then maybe even stake it over the long term, and then pay back that loan with some of your staking profits, but you could also do the same thing with your NFTs and get a P2P loan on an NFT as collateral, and knowing that this is something that people are starting to value now. For a long time, NFTs just didn't have a wide enough value range for people to want to take a loan against them, but we're definitely in that phase where people love NFTs and they want to do this now. So DeFi for you is definitely on top of that game, really looking here to make it happen. So hope you guys liked this quick overview of DFY, of DeFi for you, that is really bringing collateralized NFT loans to crypto, and they're doing it in a decentralized P2P manner, which I love. And I want to be able to get my NFTs on there and start taking out loans against them, because I don't want them to just be sitting there. How great would it be to be able to take my NFT and to be able to get a loan for it, and then be able to go, trade the cryptos that I want, knowing that I did this with an NFT that was just kind of sitting in my wallet, right? It looked great. It was cool to show off, but it wasn't doing too much for me in the utility market. So hopefully the team over here at DeFi for you is going to be a staple in your bag of tricks here that we use to be able to continue to lower our risk but increase our profits, right? That's the stasher method. That's all we have for today. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.